next, Barbara returns to the magic of television to help her get through the most difficult time in her life. When Lifetime's Intimate Portrait continues. We now return to Lifetime's Intimate Portrait of Barbara Eden. She will always be known as the effervescent actress from the hit show I Dream of Jeannie. But her life was complicated by 2 divorces, and although she spent many years trying to save him, her son lost his battle with drugs. To cope with that loss, Barbara has thrown herself back into work.
She had 1 child, a son, but her work has been like another child for her. She's very serious about her work. Her work ethic is very strong. She doesn't stop working, and I don't think she ever will.
Recently, Barbara appeared in Carolina, a film written by her niece Catherine, starring Julia Stiles and Shirley MacLaine.
I wrote the part for her, and Barbara's part was supposed to shoot a certain day, and then Matthew died unexpectedly. And we all, wanting to be very, respectful of what she was going through, offered her to back out and get someone else for that day. And I went to her, and she looked at me and took my hand and said, "This is your first big feature film that you just wrote alone, and I need to be there for you, and I'm gonna do it."
Work does become a therapy for you. It's part of what you've done all of your life. It becomes totally a part of you.
Okay, clear please, runabout, and rolling.
Barbara recently returned to TV to spin a little magic on the show Sabrina the Teenage Witch, playing the grande dame of all witches.
Barbara just fits so well with the show because of her supernatural show and our supernatural show, and just decades later, she's kind of doing the same thing in a whole different way.
This witch is the CEO of all the witches. I mean, she's a no-nonsense witch. And when she does something, it's because it ought to be done, and she cackles. I loved it. I loved cackling.
Barbara is a true inspiration where I would want to be working when I'm older, and she shows me that I can,
Barbara also decided to return to live theater. She went on tour with Rita McKenzie in a female version of The Odd Couple.
I'm just trying to keep the place livable.
The play had already been booked before Matt passed away, and don't forget the friendship is first with us, and I did not want to put her through anything that she couldn't do. She said to me, "Can we get more dates? I need to work. I absolutely need to work. Can we work more?"
This play has come at the right time for her, though, because she's going through a horrible period in her life. That's why it's good for her right now.
I think you need to bust loose once in a while, and you can only do that if you're on the stage and you're, as my teacher used to say, you're naked in front of everybody, emotionally naked. You need that.
Now it's over. Just like that. 14 years out the window.
You hit.
No, I can't say that I'm more emotionally free on stage than I am in life. I think I'm given the passport to freedom on stage, which is very cleansing.
Recently, she began to free her spirit off the stage and screen by turning to her friends and family for support.
Barbara doesn't show her emotions publicly or wear them on her sleeve. She does keep them home. But what I do say growth-wise is Barbara's crying in front of me and crying in front of people in the family, which she hadn't done before. She felt that even that was showing a weakness, and I think the grace is she's realizing that's not a weakness.
While rehearsing The Odd Couple in Chicago, in a rare moment, Barbara opened her heart to her niece Catherine.
Just Barbara and I in the elevator, and I looked at her and I said, "You don't blame yourself, do you, for Matthew's choices in life?" And Barbara looked at me and said, "Of course I do. How can I not?" And I said, "Well, look at me. Look at the choices I've made because of your influence. Make sure you remember that."
It's a wonderful feeling to know you've touched people and that they've enjoyed what you do. I mean, that's why you've worked all these years. You know you've done your job well when people stand up and give you a standing ovation and applaud you. it's your paycheck, really. And I'm very grateful for it.